Guarding
That's
a
the Doolittle option.
Or regroup with, I guess it would have been Petrus or the people that are still technically your allies, and figure out what collectively y'all want to do. I think those were the three options that we were discussing. I think it was mainly the first and the second one more than the third one. So
I don't even remember which side I was on.
If I remember, Hall's was for burning everything down, just everything, because
That's hot for you.
I think you and Darius actually came to blows, if I remember, on that, or
we
almost
did. We came
did.
very close to the
very
nuclear
close.
option being the best option, Darius. So I don't want to hear shit.
Well, I was waiting for you two to fight each other because Darius was still, I think he was still holding on to like, well, maybe they're not all bad, if I remember.
It was they deserve to at least be judged.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
We have judged them. We've judged them guilty.
You've judged them guilty.
That's good enough.
For me.
Good enough for no. It's good enough for government work.
Okay. So we pick up. We are still in the archive in the area where all the dragon books are on each of the dragons. Remember we talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all of that stuff in there. So it's kind of where we're still hanging out. The console communication device is there, and so is the caretaker, and the whole party I think is there now. Even Rear came down here at this point, if I remember. I think everybody was here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I believe that's the case.
so that's where we'll pick up with those three options. What do y'all want to do?
Nuke it all.
I believe that we can somewhat convinced the Traveler to sort of relinquish information to a degree for more advanced technology to assist while we try to lock them off for a while.
You guys asked him. He never agreed to it, but you guys did ask him. And you were like, he was feeling guilty, but he was like, yeah, I can't. So, yeah, basically. And that's what kind of spun Scamos a little bit too, a little more, was his deity's reluctance to assist. Even though he was one of the major causes of this, to be honest. By the way, it is. I guess from a perspective, are you still like? I guess what is everybody's? Scamos, what are you doing at this point? I guess we could start with you. What are you doing with this whole situation? Are you just sitting in the corner,
existing and vibrating with concentrated rage?
Okay.
Existing, vibrating with concentrated rage.
Okay. So you just see him like he's at the point where it's like he really should be pacing, but he's not, and he's kind of like at that teetering point where he's probably gonna start pacing. Or I mean, if you want to be pacing too.
No, he's vibrating with concentrated rage.
Okay.
How visible are these vibrations?
Probably, at least someone's probably looking at him and going, okay, is Scamos about to go pop?
Yeah.
Rear's attempting to measure the interval between vibrations.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
We're just gonna do it. Insight.
Insight engineering or like
investigation. We'll do
Okay.
investigation on this because you're observing.
Fucking Rear.
God damn it! I rolled a natural one.
Good.
So Rear, like Scamos, you're standing there, and Rear gets like uncomfortably close to you, and he's like,
him.
"Oh, okay."
Shit.
Did we see that going any other way?
Whack.
Rear just goes, ow! Fine, all right.
And and we're here to play a game of what fuck.
And
What
just
fuck?
goes back, and it takes many steps back with the main group, and stops attempting to measure the vibration intervals of rage.
My food really quick. So sitting there, Scamus is raging.
I would like to rage.
The caretaker looks to you all and he's like, "Well, I think that's all the information that I can give you, or I have."
I think that's all the information I can give you, whole group, immediately. Just like horror movie head turn, horror movie head turns towards like you're gonna tell us, like no, you're gonna tell
There's
us
more.
everything because we're not being
Hold
fucked around on anymore.
one moment before you go
Yes.
wherever.
Yes.
Do you know what the Scale Tyrant was after the last time she was on here?
Power.
No,
She
like
wanted to rule over.
location-wise, physical.
Well, a mirror. Well, I guess what would be a near mirror?
That will narrow things down. I'm guessing you don't know any allies she might still have on this plane.
I mean, let's just put it this way: if what you guys have discussed and what I've heard, the bits and pieces that I've gathered, did you guys tell him? Now, let me. I guess we clarify. Would we want to say that we told him about like the situation, on what's currently going on, like about Victor and Chaos and all that? Or would he not know? I'm asking you guys as a group. Would you guys have told him? I think there were
I
some
feel like
pieces
we've at least talked around it.
Okay, so he might be okay. I can work with that. I was just making sure. It's like, did we actually? If she's already taking pieces off the board, she may have already have their whatever following or whatever power they had. That's what she excels at, is gaining power.
Oh no, the power hungry and mad dragon excels
Yeah.
at gaining power from people. Who would
Bull.
have fucking guessed that?
That's her horde. That's not. She's not it for gold. It's power.
And last question.
Yes.
Do you happen to know the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
African or European?
What's Africa?
It was on the other continent.
Yes, it's no longer there. I do not remember. Probably at some point in time I did, but I do not remember. Anyway.
869.4 kPa.
Oh my god. Did you
Just
actually
Google that?
Yeah, I think he just Googled it.
Yes, that's the speed of the 262.
The speed of a 262.
What?
Wow, Minnie.
I was gonna sit there and go, no one's gonna comment on the fact that that number seems a little high.
Yeah, it's fine.
What is the 262's common name?
What was named the Swallow?
I guess so. Yeah, technically.
Technically,
Minnie-
he's not wrong.
Wrong.
You're not wrong, but you're still an idiot.
Technically, I'm also half tempted to kick him from the Discord.
No. Be nice.
I mean, he's not the only one. I think we all want to beat Minnie for that one.
Yes, I know.
What did I tell you about ADD distraction?
Anyway,
What did we tell you about being an idiot?
I don't know. I forgot.
I would watch your back if you guys leave here. She may seek you out. may deem you guys a threat. You know what has happened. You're the only ones probably trying to do something about it too, to be honest.
She's gonna be waiting for us outside, isn't she?
Probably not here. Be my guess.
Probably not here. We're gonna step outside and just drag into the face.
This is how they all died. The group with no name died.
Yeah, everybody never happened.
Okay, we got a suitcase nuke. Tiamat wants to play fuck games. We'll just suicide bomber.
I mean,
Apply nuke
you
to
have
forehead.
you have a guy that's a ranger that I think. Did you deal with Dragon Star, or was it just constructs? I thought you picked 2.
No, it was just constructs.
Oh, it was just the constructs. Okay, just making sure.
And there's like something else, but I forget what it was.
Yeah, and I thought, no, it was the worms. That's what it was.
Monstrosities.
Yeah, the monstrosities. Yeah.
Oh, but that was because they had an item within them that he was
Yes.
tracking.
Well, you were
Or
tracking.
I was. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
was.
I mean, here's the other thing. What other targets are out there that you guys think she would go after? Do you have allies?
I don't think we trust anyone enough to actually have a real ally.
Wow.
We really don't.
Like,
No,
we've
you
been
trust us enough.
backstabbed and, like, shanked so many goddamn times by people. It's just, like, I think
Yeah.
literally the only people this group trusts is each other. And I think that even there are some people here that are still kind of, like, eyes twitching around the group.
Not even Alaron? Okay.
I think our whole group is just a bunch of paranoid schizophrenics at this point.
Except for Rear for most of his
We're
playthrough.
definitely about ready to kill each other.
Yeah.
One of us has already tried.
Like, even assuming we did trust Alarin, they don't have anything to help us.
That's true.
I can't
Like, we
hear
tried to
you.
get help from them before, and they said no.
I like how Canthir even sits there and goes, assuming we trust them, because he doesn't trust them either.
Okay. So the caretaker leaves, and he just leaves you all in the in this part of the archive.
So wait, quick recap. We have
Hmm.
a suitcase nuke.
You have the
Sure.
ability to build one, yes, if needed.
Did we ever clarify that bubble shield spell I had for time length?
It wasn't gonna work.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not work.
It's a
did-
nuke mini. It's not gonna work.
It's the fucking delete button.
Delete button, literally of everything. So
Okay. Did we have a way of finding her? Locating.
Imagine we can just follow the screams.
Yeah.
Usually a good method.
Okay. Nope. That's it. I just wanted a quick recap on for me. Outside again.
okay. So what's the group consensus? Where are we going? Are we just gonna stay in here? We're just gonna hang out in the archive when the world ends.
Thoughts, people, thoughts. Because
Secondary clarification question: Is Arir? I forget. Sorry. Is Arir aware of the nuke, or has he still been misled and/or knocked out?
I think you've been distracted every time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, you
Mhm.
don't know.
So I
of
don't.
It.
So yeah. Okay. I can't. Make
The
any
group
recommendations.
does, but you don't. Yes.
There's a reason we've been keeping it from you.
Yeah, it's a valid, very good reason. I concede. It's also the reason I can't say anything right now, damn.
Ha!
Right then. Time to go to Amir then.
Suppose.
Rear shrugs. Yeah, it works for me.
All right, do you guys head up then to the ship?
Did we ever get a call back or any received message for the not intercontinental message we sent?
No, there is no response.
Yeah, I guess away we go.
And
Alright.
yeah, I guess we're going.
All right, so you guys head back up to the ship, and you guys head towards. Do you guys want to? Do you guys just want to take the ship there, or do you guys want to stop somewhere and teleport, or what do you
Fuck
guys
it.
want to do?
Fuck it, ship.
Probably should take the ship. Wait, how long's the journey?
Well, it's gonna be. Let's take a look at the measurements, boys. How long is the journey? So it's 4. We're here. Be about 8 days on the ship.
It's not too bad. It'll also give me time to make that Gatling gun into Plode's arm.
Oh, we're turning Plode into a dreadnought, is what I'm hearing.
Well, he
Okay.
already has the 2 flat cannons that
Yeah,
Star design.
Dreadrios have, yeah.
Not flat
We're
cannon.
making the dread plode.
Yep, Dread Plode. Alright, so you guys get up to the ship, and you guys start heading towards Mir. If I remember right, we are with Baywater. We are not with the Stingray, correct? Because we went back and switched. So we actually have, you guys actually have the bigger ship, if I remember. Because
Oh,
that's
I don't recall.
important. Yeah, we'll just say that we did, just for ease of figuring that out. Anyway, 8 days. Is there anything that you guys want to prepare? Minnie said he's working on Dreadplode.
Mhm.
Is there anybody helping Minnie with Dreadplode or Rear?
Or supervising.
Nope. Cam has it's not his area of expertise.
I guess I'd be assisting him on it
Okay.
at least.
All right, Minnie. So I want you to roll for me 3 of your checks that we use for your engineering checks. Your yeah.
Just 3 d20 rolls.
Yep.
You got it.
And since Star is helping you, I will let you have advantage on one of them, and I'll let you choose.
Oh, thank God. It's going to be the first one I threw,
Ha!
which was a 2.
Okay.
Well, he's like killing himself accidentally.
Well, he's
Can I-
building. Go ahead, Darius. What?
Can I check that shield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally another shield like you have.
Yeah, no, but I want to know its properties. I need someone with magic. I need someone who can tell me what this does.
He's someone with identify.
Yeah, which is also a rare.
God damn it.
So.
All right. Before the modifier, it's 6, 5, and 15.
Some modifiers.
After.
What's the totals? Just give me the 3 totals, Minnie.
Oh.
Yes.
And I'm adding my intelligence.
Yes, your
That's
intelligence.
fine. It's negative.
Nice. $41 total.
What's them though? 3 of them separately without with their mods. So
Oh.
when you did the modifier,
I thought you
what's
wanted
each of them totaled to? Yes.
11, 10, and 20. Non-natural.
Okay. Okay. So you are able to make a Gatling cannon for Plode, but if you roll a natural 1, you might want to write this down. Just
Kaboom.
like how Star has the misfire on some of his stuff,
Mhm.
potentially, you have misfire on the Gatling.
And
Kaboom.
throwing a lot of dice.
Yes.
Kaboom.
A lot of chance for a 1.
That Gatling cannon, by the way, will be. You will get 2 attacks, but it'll be lots of damage. So. Or no, 4 attacks, excuse me, because of how fast it fires.
Okay.
So. And if you get a 1, you're done. So, and we will, when we roll them mini, it won't be all at once. It'll be in consecutive order. So you'll do 1, 1, 1, and then if you jam, it'll stop the other 2, like wherever in the order. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So we'll
Yeah.
handle it that way.
Yeah, if it jams,
Um,
it's stuck until I actually break it down and
Fix
fix
it. So we'll roll an attack, and then however many attacks you get, then we'll actually roll damage. So all right. Well, Darius, so you wanted that identified, so you would find a rear. You guys have 8 days, so it's not like
Yeah.
it's not feasible.
I'd catch him in a break, sort of thing.
Yeah. So roll me what you need to do. Use identify there, a rear, if that's what you're going to do for him.
You don't need to roll for identify.
I'm trying
Is
to remember.
Identify ritual based?
He just casts a ritual and tells him.
I can do
Okay,
both.
yeah. It's
but I
either
would do the
or.
ritual.
Okay. So it is another shield exactly like you have, Darius.
Like the Athena one, yeah.
Yes.
Which I never identified, so I have no idea
Yes.
what properties it has.
It is a celestial based like metal, and that's why you get the whole it just floats in the air and it protects me. So it's that kind of, and it's literally just bound to you as like it's just a shield. So
So it's a regular shield, but
That
it has
doesn't take up a
celestial.
hand.
doesn't
Yeah.
when
Does
he
is it,
go ahead.
so it's the exact same as my enchanted shield that I've been using the entire time.
Yes.
That's not the Athena one.
Yes. It's yes. And the Athena one is as well, because they're the same. It's just different. They're different patterns. So like one's more like what you would have more like a medieval shield versus a Greek era shield. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any benefit to the celestial metal?
I mean, it's light as shit, but it's powerful as shit. It's like elven metal on steroids. It's really about it. And it can hold magical properties better. That's really what that's literally what Arir tells you. Basically, it's easier to enchant. Like, so if I'm making it, it's easier to put these kind of benefits on it.
Okay, so it's literally no different from the shield I currently have.
No,
bound
but
to
it's just a different form. It's just a different shield form of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you guys are doing on the way down there? Any conversations that needed to be had? Is Scamos going to yell at the sky for like a day?
No,
On
Scammers
deck.
isn't even.
Scammo's basically just going, I have one question for God. Why?
I don't think any Rear has anything.
Ah,
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So we 8 days go by. We zoom forward in the story. You know, in the movie, it would be 8 days later. Blah blah blah, and the ship's flying through the sky, and you guys look down, and you're on deck as you guys are. It's the day of the arrival, and it's a very familiar sight to when you left it. Amir is still in ruin. The orcs are no longer here. They were on Avalon, so that they're gone. But it's pretty much a ghost town. There's really nothing here. Which I guess you all would think would be kind of odd, thinking she'd be here. But it's just that awkward silence as you guys kind of, other than the ship, as you guys fly over. Do you guys want to land in the city, outside the city, or
unless we see some reason to land, is there a point in it?
I feel like Wallace trying to get us to do an investigation is to figure out what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on.
do you want to do that? Please roll. See if you guys can roll me some investigations if people would want to.
So Avalon is just like empty from what we can see in the sky.
No, Amir
Not-
is, yes.
Oh, there's a minute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Avalon. Because remember when you guys left, the orcs were storming the city, right? It just looks like you guys, those of you that have been to a siege after the siege, when everybody's like, when it's that awkward silence after, and there's just nobody there, everybody's moved on. That's what it looks like.
Right. Hold on.
So
this tracks then.
yes, there is.
So, wait, where are we right now? Amir, or are we going to Avalon? From
We're in
Amir?
We're in Amir.
Okay, so we're all the way back at the beginning. Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My brain.
Full circle, Brexit. Full circle.
So the city of Amir from the previous time we were here is
Yes.
just empty.
Haven't rebuilt it since you've all left, and things moved on. People moved on. So,
Okay, so it's not been rebuilt, so it looks in ruins. Is there any smoke? Fires?
I mean, there's the occasional random, probably like left. And, it's months later. Months and almost a year later. I mean, like this has been a while. But there is tracks. If you guys do roll investigation checks, let me know what you get.
I got
and
17. Is there anything
Okay.
shiny?
Where did I put my die? There they are.
Anything good to loot?
In the bag.
There is nothing good to loot from the where you can see in the sky or where.
Well, that's looking quite promising. But get my own. So, what is this? An investigation from the sky, or?
Yeah. Or perception. I'll allow either. So.
Okay, if I remember correctly, Darius' perception is a 6. I think that's the highest one he has. I'll have to.
What are we investigating?
The
Oh,
city
yeah,
of Amir.
They're both
Yeah.
exactly the same. They're both an 8, so.
Okay. Whatever.
26.
Okay. Anybody else want to roll? And before I go,
I'm not higher than that.
Okay.
I think Arrears was actually higher than mine, so.
So Darius, you're looking and you're noticing that you notice that there's more houses in the interior that were
And-
destroyed, that were in the middle of the city that were destroyed, and it looks recent as you're looking at it compared to, like, you assess
The-
that area and then you assess the other area and you're like, that looks
like I said,
older.
where they would have initially breached compared to where that is, that looks way more like.
Yeah, well, it's like on the other side of the city. It's like the untouched side of the city.
So what? There's like rising, like minor amounts of rising smoke from recent burning.
Yeah,
something like
and there's something was there, and it was, and from what you guys can remember, that was where, kind of the noble district was, where they kept a lot of like where old nobility lived, the higher end of town, uptown, as it were.
that would have been where the magic circle was.
Yes.
I wonder why that went boom. So that's more recent than the rest of it.
Yes.
That's what Darius is saying.
Because that's where a lot of the smoke. That's where a lot of that smoke that you guys are seeing is. As you guys get closer, Darius, you're like the first one to kind of put two and two together.
Because it's been months since we were last here.
Yeah.
So, are we going down there or what?
That's. I think he was asking everybody that question.
Go down.
Yes.
Well, I do see something interesting.
Well, so just for context of like the grand picture here,
Mm-hmm.
obviously the initial destruction where the breach of orcs initially came through,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the other part of the city which is relatively intact, like didn't really get touched.
There's
The
like
massive destroyed area that's quite kind
right, and it's where the where you guys use the circle. It's in that same area where the circle was.
we never use that circle.
Well, where
It-
you would probably assume it would have been on the ones that you've used previously.
Yeah, going off what we've seen of
Yeah.
circles previously. Well, more of a curiosity than an interest because most of that's fairly intact except for that big central bit there, which is quite recently destroyed compared to, that part of the city.
I must be honest, I can't tell.
The smoke, I'm just telling by the smoke, because really, realistically, that lot shouldn't be smoking, but that is. But I would also hazard a guess from how we know that there is a teleportation circle here and such, that if there was going to be anywhere in Amir, it would probably have been in that section, which is probably recently destroyed. Because if I remember correctly, that was the noble area.
Mm-hmm.
The choice is the parties. I'm just throwing out my observation.
It works for me. Then I can go get more raw materials too. You don't see
So,
any more
are we
orcs, do you?
going in closer? Are we going in closer to investigate?
Actually, we could drop Plode off and have him wander around, and I'll just watch through Plode.
I mean, we could just drop altitude to see if we can see anything.
Yeah.
That too.
So you guys drop out. So is that what we want to do? Okay.
Fly over, we just lower the altitude of the ship so that we can have a look.
So you guys you have them lower the ship, and you guys get down closer, and yeah, this is, you guys get to a point where you can really better see the damage, and yeah, this place literally looked like it was destroyed within the last month. Like, it's 2 to 3 weeks, a month, that months, and there's still some remnants like burning. You just see a lot of burnt. You see burnt wood everywhere. It's just like literally, if and for you, as we're closer there, Cam. Yeah, there's probably a dragon here at some point. That's what you're starting to gather by looking at the damage pattern. You're like, oh, yeah, no, this is a problem.
Is it just burning, or is it like
If it's
structures
It's-
that don't really have like burns?
Oh, there's like there's charring, there's still active burning in some places.
No, I'm asking
Um,
all fire damage, or is it?
Oh, it's you look around somewhere, it's all fire damage mainly, but you do see others as well,
Like other bits of
like
like stone walls corroded rather than burnt or something.
burn. Yeah, like there's piece of it like chunked out and like something hit it that wasn't fire. Yeah.
That is very descriptive. Something
Yes.
hit it that wasn't fire. What,
Something that hit it that wasn't
impact?
fire. Yes, it looked like an impact. Yes.
Okay.
It's not splash damage. It was focus damage. There we go.
I-
Better.
I'm more looking at, is it one type of breath weapon?
You can't
Spores?
tell. You can't tell that.
Because I feel like, you know, what do black dragons have? Acid?
Acid. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's why.
believe.
That's more of what I was implying towards.
Mhm.
If it was-
And you do, as you guys keep going through, you do see a building where there's rubble, but it's leading down underground. Which,
Like-
it's probably
There's-
where the teleportation circle is. Yeah.
Oh, right, like something's just smashed a hole in it. It's not like a massive hole.
Oh no, it's big. Like this thing's big. It's a big hole. You get over it. You guys couldn't really see it from where you were at originally, but you got closer and kind of looked around. Yeah, so that's a big hole leading straight down, and it's a very direct route underground.
Would that hole be about the size that she would need?
I mean, if you wanted to put two and two together, it's
I
plausible.
mean, I'm implying this towards
Yeah.
Cam asking the question.
Oh, sorry.
So,
I'm assuming it's a reasonable assumption.
Yes.
Well, it's possible that she can change her size, but roughly, yes.
now, why would she want to? Oh, right, probably the teleportations. Oh, Jesus Christ, she has the ability to go anywhere.
So what does that
She
mean
already
now?
had that, but do it faster. Question is, where would she want to go?
Here, apparently.
Yes, but if we go with the assumption that she dug down there to get to the teleportation circle, where would she go from there?
I'd ask the secondary question of if she's left, do we expect her to come back, and can we set up a trap?
Smaller question.
Might have an answer.
The damage, is it from something inside going out or outside going in?
Outside going in as you're looking around.
I don't know. Especially because anywhere she would have wanted to go, barring the far end of Roscova, she could have gotten to in the time it took her to get here.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't that spirit's golden child Petrus's father? Also, being her dad at the same.
Yes. Not Petrus's, Victor's. You're getting those mixed up. It was Victor, not Petrus.
No. You fucking in the past said that Petrus's dad was also one of those kids.
Yes, he was.
So yes, so maybe she went to go ruin what was left of her brother's legacy.
What, Aurelian?
Yep.
She had to fly over Aurelian to get here.
Well, it depends on if she. Yeah.
Like, we did this shit in, I think it was Roscova,
Yes, it was in Roscova.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is east of Aurelian. We are west of Aurelian.
Yeah, but Roscova is off. She could have just flown directly to Amir rather than go straight to Aurelian. Though, if we were in Roscova.
Yeah, but Aurelian is between Roscova and here. Like, technically you could go around, but why?
If she was in Roscova, she could have flown directly to Amir without going near Aurelian. Maybe she wanted to do a surprise attack on it or something. I don't fucking know.
Like, it's
a
possible.
five-headed dragon
It's
that's
possible to have gotten here
power hungry.
without crossing Aurelian, sure, but you have to go around it.
No, you don't.
Yes?
No. Roscova is off to. If you look
To
at the map,
east.
Roscova is off to the right of Aurelian. Right?
Right?
And I'm assuming Roscova is a decent size. Like, we're talking.
I'm assuming it's Russia.
Yeah,
essentially.
Roscova is
Right.
about the size of Russia and China combined.
Right. So she could have.
It's yeah.
We don't know exactly where we were in Roscova. She could have literally flown straight from Roscova to Amir without going anywhere near Aurelian, is what I'm implying.
That's like
'Cause-
flying from the UK to Washington, D.C. to go back to Greenland.
I mean, that's probably a
but-
flight that you can do on United, but okay.
But
anyway,
also, big power hungry dragon maybe wanted a surprise attack instead of, being, oh, I'm incoming. Because if she goes through the circle, she then pops up inside the palace.
I have
That's just a
difficulty
thought.
seeing why she would feel threatened enough to need to do that.
It may not have been a threat. She might just wanted to cause fear and panic through a surprise rather than obviousness. I mean, do you know her attitude to a T?
Arrogance is 90% of it.
But then the question is, if that's not what she would have done, where the hell would she have gone?
Like, legit, I don't know where the fuck she would go. Because anywhere she could go, she could have gotten there directly, pretty much as fast or faster. Like, Avalon, technically, that would have saved her some time. But only like a day or two.
Yeah.
all right.
And she could have gone, well,
Okay,
she
hold
could
on.
have gone to Aurelian's portal instead if she was going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or, Vaulting Courts. I forget if there are any portals
When you go to the doctors.
in that east section.
The ones that we know of, there was the one in Osterich, Amir.
Wait, Ostrich has one?
Yeah, it's literally under Porsche.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you guys. That's what you guys were using to do the whole. Hey, I'm moving my entire army to Alaron to help them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, question.
Yes.
You said that all of it looks like it's been, like, caved in, right?
Yes.
Is any trace that it looks like, obviously it was dug into, but does any of it look like heaved around like it got flipped back up? Like she, dug in and then fucking lifted everything back up and she left by flying?
No.
No. Okay. So she clearly used the damn portal then.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm asking if there's any, upheaval of it that looks different to what's already there.
Not from what you can see. From what you guys can see from here, it doesn't look like it, or it's really hard. It's hard to tell. So.
good to do anything.
So
I'm just good to, you know what I mean? You need to start paying that. Because we've just been discussing it. I mean, once you've had the operation, it could be 4 or 5 months and you cover it.
Yeah.
This could go on for another 12 months yet. So you need money coming in. I want my rent. So you need to play on it with the doctor and say, look, it's not doing the mental health any good. Sorry. Just say I'm getting depressed. Just say I'm not sleeping. I'm watching things. I'm watching things on I'm watching a film. You get to the end, I don't even know what it's about. Right? You're not sleeping. You're looking at an feature. You don't tell me the game off. Okay. Play on it, lad.
So, thoughts then on where to go? Anyone?
Down the rabbit hole.
Let's see if this portal is even functional. It's possible she broke in just to destroy it.
Well, that's why I'm looking for signs of anything being flung up, but apparently I can't really tell much from up here. I mean, we could just deploy Claude down on a winch.
We can do that. Send him in and see what we find.
okay. So Plode, are you having him on the winch or are you having him jump off?
I mean, if we have him on the winch, we can just reel him back in once we get the information. So,
Pretty much.
yeah.
So we literally have a Plode tether off of the ship.
Yes.
Pretty sure we
Okay.
Lower him down, gentle. Actually, no. Let it go for a second.
Yeah, you guys just watch. It's just it's basically an extra anchor that doesn't have the anchor. It's like the whole anchor assembly without the anchor. It's literally just they hook it to Plode.
Yeah, they hook it. Here's the thing: Plode is just a mobile anchor. Oh no!
Yeah.
The ship's out of fuel. What do? We're in the water. Plode, march. He's just under the water, just marching along.
Just continues on.
So Plode lands next to the hole, very much like Iron Giant style. Just boom. Yeah, it's Dread Plode, right? Like this is full on Dread Plode deployment.
Yeah, he would now have all the
fun stuff.
Yeah, that was attack. Did
Okay.
we repair his? I think we repaired the cannon too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. So.
Did you give Plode a light?
Does he need one?
He does not. He has.
He's a construct, isn't he? They don't need vision.
I'm pretty sure he has dark vision.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
If not, you have dark vision.
I do. Yes. I'm looking through Plode.
Mm-hmm.
I forgive that.
Yeah.
Anything?
So he starts entering. Plode starts entering into the into the opening, and there's stairs. They're actually intact. So as he's going down the staircase down is intact.
Okay. I'm gonna have him go down the stairs then, slowly, and watch for any threat.
Okay. As you're going down, you go down a couple flights, going deeper into the ground. You come into an open room, very similar setup to what you've seen before, but this is where the circle is located. It's dark, but you're able to see, and it's very quiet. And you're looking around, and you're just like, there's nothing here. Plode doesn't say anything.
All right. By the way,
It was
Plode,
good talking to you guys today. I'll talk to you later.
have a
See you,
good one,
Philly.
Philly.
See you, Philly.
Plode also has that. What was it? An axe? That the lightning thing that everyone was playing shock themselves with.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He would have that too.
Okay.
Since he's the only one apparently that can actually touch.
So he's holding it, and it's it's helping light up the room a bit. So you're able to see more through him too. Still
Alright.
nothing.
Enclosed room. That's where the area teleport circle is.
Yes, it's just like every other teleport room that you guys have been in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have Plode start, I guess, going back up to meet the rest of the group.
Do you just reel him in, or do we
He's gotta
have
walk
him
up the
walk
stairs,
back? Okay.
I assume, unless the Plode winch is that long.
It is that long, so.
Oh, well,
That's
all
the-
right. I'm just gonna have him.
Have you been relaying what you've seen?
Yes, through Arir.
Yes.
So Arir would have been mentioning all of this to the group as,
So
Plode
it's just
went
a
along.
regular teleportation room, no damage.
No damage.
So she's teleported.
Plode has no way of detecting any other stuff, threats. So, I mean, something's hiding in the walls. He's not gonna know that.
So, I do have a spell that I took and I completely forgot about.
Hmm.
Locate creature. Which
Like-
is basically like locate object, but 1,000 feet.
What does it apply to?
Let's see here.
Pretty
Describe
sure.
a
Target.
name or a creature that is familiar to you. Sense the direction of that creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet. If it is moving, you know the direction of its movement. So I can use that, but it's a level 4 spot or slot, and I'll have 2 of those.
How far up are we from the bottom of the hole?
Probably 100 feet. Like you guys are like they brought the ship down low.
Do you
Oh.
think it would be a good idea to like use it just in case? Because I've seen her technically.
Probably as
And 30 feet.
29, 28.
There is like the one limitation that it.
Well, you had to have seen her within 30 feet. I don't think we have. But she was in the distance when we saw her.
I'll still allow it for this. I'll GM that one. That
you-
he can
I-
still use it because she was large enough. It's like it's
I've
really
also been talking
she's
about
probably-
her.
yeah,
you know,
and
campaign.
all
Yeah.
the information that you have, Cam, too. You guys would have been able to be able to pick out details and be like, well, no, this is fucking Tiamat. Okay, so pretty easy to figure it out, I think. So
It'd be a
go
good idea.
ahead. Go ahead if you want to. If you want to do that, or there.
I'm still seeing if the party thinks is a good idea.
Question. Can I roll for Plode to see if, looking through Plode, I can get if I'm feeling this weird, uneasy feeling or not? Like a sixth sense of danger?
You do not have Spidey sense, Rear.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, you're not fucking Peter Parker. Okay, we're not doing this.
I sense a disturbance in the fog.
Spiders have a sensory system that allows them to detect danger incoming called eyes.
Okay,
It was worth a shot.
you're not Peter Parker. But go ahead. You were gonna say something, Cam.
I forget what you have for level. Like, how big of a commitment is that for you in terms of spells?
I have 2 level 4 spells for rest.
Nothing higher?
Nothing higher. These are my highest level spells.
Okay.
Half-caster.
I mean, the only thing Rear has is detect magic. But that's within 30 feet, so...
Uh-oh. I have Elemental Bane.
Good luck finding an element that works.
But no, if we're like... Wait. I mean, wouldn't it like cancel out resistance at least? Oh yeah, the target loses any resistance to that damage type until the end of the spell. Duration 1 minute. It's also concentration. No. But no. So do you think I should use that spell? Just in case she's hiding out around here?
How long does it last?
It's instantaneous.
Yeah, but how long does it last?
An hour.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, actually an hour. Shit.
Huh?
I
Can
figured
it
it'd
be ritual cast?
Good question.
Can what be ritual cast?
No.
I have yeah, it's not ritual. And I don't know ritual. I can't do ritual stuff. I don't have that feat.
I find it unlikely that she's still around and hiding. She's rather obvious when she's nearby, if only by the heavy footfalls with arrogance in every step.
Rear, don't you have like wasn't there a mention of a spell that you had to be able to like send messages to people? How's that work again?
Oh no.
Well, yeah.
Oh no.
I've sent
We could
messages. It's the sending spell.
that one. We could always use that to figure out if Aurelia is safe.
Yeah. Well, yes. I suppose I could send a message to someone asking, if what their situation is. Who's in charge of that place again?
Petrus.
So yeah, I can. Do we want to do that? I only get one.
Perhaps
Can
his court mage would be better. I forget if we know that person or not.
You would have met him. Like, it's an unnamed court mage, but you would have met him.
would Rear have met him?
Yes, Aurelia
He would have
met
been
him.
the one in charge of keeping her in check.
Yes, basically.
Hello, babysitter. Stop.
Oh. But do we want?
Are you doing this, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I'll send it.
Can
Okay.
you figure out what you want to send?
What are you sending? What are you saying?
I am sending the message.
Repeat it on my.
Why are we watching Friends?
We're not. My mother's
gonna
playing
do
with the
some of
fucking
you.
app.
I'm
And
gonna
it's
do
just.
some of you
it's like,
now.
no, fuck off, don't. I
Look,
will break your fucking phone.
it's not her fault. No one ever told me life was going to be this way.
It was never going to be this way.
No, she did the dogs last night. Now she's done my dad.
Oh. Is she on TikTok now or something and like adding the Friends theme to everything or whatever?
No, it's so you know those fucking you know when people take a fucking image and then they animate it a little, that so the software that animates it a little bit to sing with a song.
Yes.
That.
A Wombo AI.
Yeah, she's going with that, and it's.
Oh man. So what's your message? You're sending a message to the
Yep.
court mage.
I think when I send a message, the person receiver automatically knows who it's from, so I don't have to put.
If they've met you, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
Requesting status of. What was it, Aurelia?
Is the city still alive?
Basically, yes.
Aurelia.
Is the city under attack by
Is
a
there a
big dragon?
five-headed problem?
If you cannot truly say yes or no, put ...
They
So
can-
Rear,
they can
you go to
respond
send it,
usually.
and nothing happens.
What? Well, he wouldn't know. if
So
anything
we all
happened
see
with
like the
his
spell.
response.
He tried to do the spell and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So what happened, Rear?
I don't know. It just didn't work.
S-
Should I try again?
Okay, I go to one of my I forget. Do we bring our own debts? I assume we did.
That's
The
a good
personal
question.
debt.
Have we checked in with the debts yet? Yes.
If
I
not,
go to my personal debt and like,
The debts are in
how's
Avalon.
Aurelian?
Remember this. Most of the debts are in Avalon, right?
you
Yeah, but
only
we
need
have our own
one.
personal. We only have our own personal debts. Remember?
Mm.
So yeah, ask my debt the question. How is Aurelian going?
'Cause I
It's
believe the rest-
gone.
Oh god.
So are all the other debts.
Did he say that out loud, or was it just for-
Cam looks to what another deck that is down a little ways down the deck. Somehow I don't believe you.
It's gone.
Did any of the debts see anything happen, or what did the debts see happening when it gone? And why did none of the wouldn't the debts have reported this to us?
They were told not. They were not instructed to report anything that happened in Alaron
Damn.
to anybody.
Do we still have some in Kingsford and Avalon?
I think we left, like, we scattered them around from as short range messengers. So I think they're everywhere. I thought.
And it's going back. What did the debts see when Aurelian was attacked, or as you put, gone?
There was a bright light, and that was it.
The entirety of debts saw a bright light, and that was it.
Last thing all of them saw. Yep.
Every single one,
That was in Alaron, yes.
and there's no survivors.
No.
What the hell could have done that?
Are you seriously asking that question?
Okay, listen. They're debts. They can hide in areas. You figured some want to be killed by that dragon.
Rear's gonna look north. Does he see? I don't know.
You're
Just
not
go-
Are you
gonna
on-
see. Oh my god.
Are you on
Vinny.
shrooms, Minnie? Sorry, I had to.
All right, so I don't see. Oh, I don't know. A mushroom cloud?
You don't see anything.
You won't see anything. Guess you know how far you guys are?
No, actually.
10 miles?
No.
It's gone. We feel it
You're
explode.
7 inches away.
Yeah, which
Which
Okay,
is
what's the status of Avalon at
8
this
days
point? or
travel with our
Kingsford
current
at this
ship.
point?
Avalon is still intact.
Is there anywhere else where we have debts? Other than Aurelian and used to be Aurelian and Avalon.
Board jammer, I think.
Did you guys leave any in Ostrich? What else do you remember? If we left any of them there?
We probably would have left. Oh yeah, the skeleton.
No,
could,
because
like, help.
they would have came through to help with Alaron and Kingsford. So no, we wouldn't unless we split them.
I thought we had like a skeleton crew helping build the remaining parts of the ship. I think
Yeah. Okay.
so. Maybe
Um.
plus cheap labor.
The ones in Ostrich are also there. Ostrich is gone too.
And how did they disappear or get destroyed?
Same.
Bright light.
Yes.
Anything happened before the bright light, or was it just bright light and then?
Bright light. It was in the middle of the night. They weren't operating. They weren't really operating. And bright light. Everything was gone.
A rear looks like.
What about her?
Did I say? I meant. Fuck's sake. Gozek looks north. I was joking. I was using what you said.
They're gone.
That fucking Half-Life with the everywhere. There's nothing there.
Then where would she have gone? I can't imagine the portal on the other end would have survived something like that.
There was no reports of dragons spotted anywhere by the other deaths before these bright lights.
Nope.
I look towards Cam. I'm like, well, that spell that I have to locate creatures does last for a little bit. We could try it here. Try to teleport around with the circle and see if I get a hit any.
Do you feel it's a good idea?
I mean, well, we just found out that Aurelian and Ostrich are, well, and I finger quote, gone. So, do we try that, or do we just go on a wild goose chase flying around? We could also double verify what the deaths are saying if the teleporters fail.
Should we also send a message to the remaining city, telling them, warning, you may about to be a bright light evaporated.
So that guy we met in Ashir, he's separate from the deaths, right?
Yes.
And not on that communication network they all have?
Nope.
Fuck. Hold on, let me get out my laptop, try sending a message.
I already met him, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Sending should work. Since technically it never triggered in the first place, I still
Can
have
you
to
send
suspect.
to a construct?
Does it say creature being? You just send it to a random animal, they just hear noises in their head and just go crazy for a minute.
So it does have to be a creature. I don't know. Apparently, yeah, that's
I would
not
consider
construct.
construct a creature. Actually,
No, they're classified as construct.
But wait, wasn't his soul pulled from?
Construct is one of the 14 creature types in D&D.
Yeah, so
5e.
You can. Usually there's no reason to, 'cause it's a construct, but
I think this
for
is
this
a bit different
purpose,
situation.
for this purpose, yes, you can. So.
So there is that if you need it.
Yes.
How many times can we do that per day?
One.
Oh, hey, Scamos.
You need your sleep spell.
Did you read the orc things Darius found?
No, I did not.
I like how we both go to Scamos for completely different things. No, mine a little bit more joking.
All right. What do you need?
No, I zoomed out in Tabletop Sim
Yeah.
and saw Scamos. Read orc things Darius found.
He never did. So
We could say that that would probably be something that he'd eventually gotten to,
8
Eh,
days.
unless he forgot to put on.
There
his
wasn't
wire.
really anything in there. It was super.
Orcish.
Yeah.
Sending doesn't say it has a limit. It just says 1 action casting time and duration 1 round.
It's how many spell slots you have.
Yeah, that's. I
Oh,
was trying to
then,
say
yeah.
it in a way that isn't. How many spell slots do you have?
Then it's just 1 because I only have it in 1.
Yep.
Do you have any spell slots that are a higher level?
Yes, but they are
Then
filled.
you have more.
Yeah. You can use. So the way it works, Minnie, you can use any lower and higher
Higher.
level spots, but you can't use higher and lower. Does that make sense? So it has to meet the minimum level or be higher than that level for the spell
Well,
slot.
you haven't done any spell casting today, haven't you? So why do you only have 1 left?
No, well, spellcasting for the Arcane Tinker is slightly different. I have
Yeah,
to prep them
his-
beforehand, and then
well,
put
you-
them.
If you don't prep any of them, it's whatever you had prepped previously.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh.
And
that
prep
whole-
them as
okay,
But
sleep.
yeah,
prepping.
your slots do reset
Every long
every
rest,
long
you
rest.
get a new.
So
Yeah, you get a new set
Right.
of slots.
And that's currently what I have equipped from the last long rest.
okay.
Okay.
So 1 is short answer.
Is that the thing that where the fuck is that class called? Priest.
Cleric.
Yeah, is that the thing clerics do? Is prep
Yes.
spells? Okay.
Them and paladins,
Yep.
Okay.
So
and maybe druids too.
Oh.
yeah, and Scamos, you do get keyed in on how the deaths describe what happens.
Mm-hmm.
That should probably be triggering some things off in your head. And
Yeah.
Arir, actually you too, to be honest, because you would know how this would work.
Oh yeah. I
If
guess I
you
did
haven't
remember-
already, I'm basically saying you actually would know what they're describing without them like going into detail.
So I didn't chime in because I
Yeah.
just wasn't feeling it earlier, but when we said that Arir doesn't know about the nukes, didn't we like kind of like
No, he knows about them because he built them. He was one
oh,
of the
what was that
people
thing
was
that he
building
said
them.
he doesn't know about then?
No, so to clarify, I know about the nukes that I made in
Yes.
like 20 years ago, whenever it was. I don't know about the ones that Scamos currently has in his suitcase, or that you
Has
guys.
the materials to make. Yeah.
So it's just a lack.
He knows the process.
Oh,
he
yeah,
doesn't
that
know
thing-
that you
that
guys
thing he bought
actually
earlier?
have. Yeah.
Right.
He knows the
Okay.
process. He does not know we are currently in possession of the
Shouldn't have
capability.
to do that. So
Nuclear football.
I did forget about the fact that I do actually know. So I'm gonna turn to like moment of recognition and turn to one of the vets and be like, was this a fireball or a fire breathing or just a bright white light that it like everywhere?
everywhere. And then
Uh,
fire everywhere, and then nothing. Heat, all that fun stuff.
Heat, radiant damage.
Yeah.
So we're
Did
just
she
gonna
have like multiple fireballs or something?
we're just gonna turn to the rest of the party.
No, that's fine.
I have bad news.
What's that?
Yes.
Pretty sure, based on the limited information that the debt has provided, that by the way, out of character, are they officially called nukes? Is that what we're calling them?
You can call them whatever
can
you
call
want to
whatever
call
the
them.
fuck we want. We haven't actually named them anything
No,
yet in game.
you haven't.
Insert
You
name
could say
here.
that you called them
Well,
nukes.
no. Come up with one right now, Minnie. Be creative, sir.
You
Yeah,
already
Minnie.
invented them. Sort of.
Yeah, many. Reinvented them.
Reinvent the wheel. Call it the circular
Arrears. Call it the
mobile
arrear.
device.
Do not call it the arrear. That would be a very bad thing.
Big
E-Kun.
Claude?
It will now thus be named E-Kun.
E-Kun. I want a reason
Did you look
for
up
why.
the Japanese word for nuke?
No, I did something
I
even
feel like
similar.
that'd be really insensitive to call it the Japanese name for nuke.
It would. No, I
Did you
did something.
really just fucking reverse the
Yes.
word, you bastard?
That's what I did.
He could.
I did something even simpler, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
He could.
How is that spelled?
Econ?
Con.
Okay, minicon.
Minicon. Minicon.
Ah,
Jesus Christ.
I was told I could do whatever I wanted, so I did.
He did. No, I will give him props. At least he was creative.
Uh,
I wanted to call that creative.
Yeah.
It's not really that much, but it's more than normal. Okay.
I was gonna do nuclear backwards, but then I'm like, that'll take too long. Okay, so continuing on with the realization. So I have a feeling the Ikun weapon has been used.
A coon weapon?
Yeah, you know the thing that I made a while back, the giant explosion that wastes everything.
You just like see Kazak's eyes start twitching.
Look, I didn't do it this time. I
I-
think.
Is that what you called it?
What? Ikun?
That's a horrible name. Why couldn't you call it something else?
Yeah, like
Well,
no,
I mean-
no, I didn't say that.
It kind of. I mean, explosive, kinetic, unlimited. Fuck, I need an N.
Just call it some. No, no.
This is
I'm not gonna say it.
this is not Wheel of Fortune.
What is Wheel of Fortune? Is it an Asheron game? Is that what it is?
As soon as I think of an N, it goes there. But I'll get back to it.
Whoa.
Anyway, continue, Minnie. Or continue.
So yeah, Rare gives the acronym he made it into, and basically goes, well, yeah, I mean the bright white light he's describing, and then the fact that an entire city is gone is about what I recall the effect of the weapon. Give or take a few blocks, city blocks.
Well then,
There's one way to potentially tell. Were there any debts outside the city?
what-
No, they were all in the city.
Well,
Helping
Yeah,
on projects is needed.
there's no way to measure the sickness then.
I guess there's at least organized. I guess organized chaos.
By the way, if that did in fact happen, we don't want to walk into that area ever.
Why is that?
Some side effect of using the weapon. Anything in, I can't tell you what area level, basically slowly dies.
Oh yeah, that thing you're talking about.
Yeah. It's not pretty.
Can the dead survive that?
I think it only affects living stuff. I just unintentionally had livestock in the area, or wildlife would just after a week keel over and die, and
Hashtag Minnie did Operation Crossroads as a rear.
pigs, sheep, just chained up.
Yup.
But
So
I don't know the effect on non-living entities.
and given what's happened, it's probably a good idea. We need to go stop. I forget. We asked it. There's no debts in Foreign Hammer.
No, because you guys brought them all out of Port Jammer. If I remember, I don't think you left any.
I thought we did in case someone came back.
Mm,
I forget who.
it's been a while. I don't think I put that down. So.
Yeah, I could be misremembering.
But yes, there is
There's one way to find out. How high can this airship go?
I mean, we haven't tested altitude yet. It's new enough.
Well,
I
if we can,
suspect higher than you can.
are you sure? As he pulls out one of your cinnamon sticks or whatever they
He has one somehow.
kept it this whole
Where did
time.
you get?
I'm just gonna go with. He starts lighting it.
That's cinnamon.
Not the
Do you
cinnamon
remember?
sticks.
You remember that whole like tree bark bullshit?
Yeah, he had a little bit left.
Whatever the hell. Bark.
No.
He just starts smoking it right in front of you, Cam. Just lights it. And...
But since he's not drunk career anymore, he actually does put it out and be like, I was just kidding.
So do we want
Sort
to
of.
go down and throw one of the deaths through the portals, see if the portals still work to the cities that are blown up?
Probably a good idea, because then I can also potentially use them to see if there's any of that sickness.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else coming with us? Actually, out of character, does Guzik even know how to use the circles?
I don't think we can go through the circle. We just has to be the death.
I know, but we have to set up the circle.
Yeah, someone actually has to activate the circle.
Like, I think you can activate it from within the circle, but there's also the ability
I think,
to activate
Cam, you're the one doing it, if I remember. So, before.
Cam, I've seen you
Possibly?
use these circles
Yeah.
before. Can you
Yeah.
help us with that? At least show us how to use it.
We can at least set it up, see if it works.
And maybe see if any other circles where we don't have deaths at are still active. Like, is there one in Fort Hammer?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one in Forge Hammer, there's one in Valand. Ostrich is gone. There's the one in Avalon.
The Sheer? Or no.
Sheer
Okay.
does not have one because they came later. And there is one in Ruskova that you have heard about, but you haven't been to. So there is one in Ruskova, by the way.
We could also figure out why this place was burned if there were still people living here. So please forgive me, my memory's been really hazy today. What did Plode go down to check?
Make sure it was still intact and to see if, just to do like a base assessment of like,
Mhm.
is this a bad place or not?
At this point, we're still on the ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We've
Okay,
been
Cam's
literally
just gonna leap over the fucking edge.
Okay. Cam's just going for it.
Was Plode being
Mhm.
winched up as Cam goes down?
Yes. Well, no.
Hi, Cam.
Cam. Everybody else following him, like Darius, everybody just watch Cam leap over the side.
Cam. Oh wait, I keep forgetting.
He can fly. Yes.
Cam's like, I've had it with this party.
Just about now. Cam, so you get down to the bottom. You hit the ground. Do you wait for the party to come, or are you just going?
It seems pretty safe, so I might as well start poking around.
Okay, so you start heading down.
I'll have Plode's
I
winch
assume we
reverse.
get the ship, or at least.
Do you have dark vision? I'm trying to remember if you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get down, and you get down to the level, and
Light
Go
a
ahead.
torch anyway, just so I can see fucking color. But
okay.
or a lantern rather, not a torch.
As you light the torch, you do see there's another passageway as you hit the bottom because Plode really, yes, he has dark vision, but he couldn't make it out even with his axe. There's another pathway down here that goes off. It's like a hall. It's like a hallway off of the teleportation circle. Anybody else following Cam downstairs?
I assume at this
Sure.
point he's waiting on us for us to
'Kay.
disembark and
Yeah.
whatnot. So yeah.
Everybody, Darius, you coming too?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, okay.
Oh
The
yeah,
weight
another,
was
another
reversed.
episode where you don't have to deal with drunk Darius logging around his body.
Yeah.
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 No, we've
So you
done that
guys head
before.
down and you guys see Cam holding a torch and he's like staring at this hallway.
When did that get there?
I imagine
went to
sometime
Flo to
between
switch
when it
it
was
back to him.
built and when it was built.
I agree. Must have been built within the last 5 minutes.
All right. Are you guys gonna activate the circle or?
Yes.
Cam's gonna just do a look around, see if Plode missed anything else before he starts fiddling with the circle. But
No, it's just that hallway, but you don't know where it leads. It kind of you
What
just see it.
direction does it go? Like
It goes
deeper into the house, into the ground.
into the ground.
Hmm.
And
How long is it?
It's long enough to where you see it actually disappears beyond the light that the torch gives off. Like you just see a wall, and then it just turns into darkness.
It's greater than fuck, I've got 60
Yeah.
foot dark vision or 30.
Yeah, you've got. I think you got.
Where
30.
is my dark vision? 60.
Yeah, it goes beyond your dark vision even.
And no doors, I'm assuming. Just wall.
Yeah, there is a door, but it's open. It's on the inner side of the wall.
No,
Wait.
that's wrong.
There is a door where you guys are standing. There's a door.
Oh, there's a door between us and the hallway?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I was talking like on the sides of the hall.
No, not that you can see. No, there is none. It's just hallway.
Right. Should probably keep an eye on that. I'm gonna mess with the portal before we go exploring.
Do we know where the portal is at? Out of character?
We're
You're
standing in the portal room,
literally,
aren't we?
literally standing on top of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Gothic asked that question. I would assume like one of the deaths
That's why I said
or
it out of character.
Scavos like points down to the floor like that's the portal.
Points at the wall. This is the room. Thus, portal room.
Here in the background, the cake is a lie. What? Oh God.
Are you ready for some testing?
Are you ready for testing? Yeah.
All right. Well, he does that. I'm gonna have Plode watch that tunnel entrance, whatever it is.
Okay. Are you gonna send Plode down the hallway or just watch the entrance?
I think I'll just have him watch the entrance.
Okay. This is gonna turn into like the weirdest game of like Space Hulk now with Plode. It's gonna be great. So
Deep down in that hallway is an ancient artifact about like a mile down. His nickname is Cat.
God.
I am gonna have Plode with his 2 weapons that he can use, the cannon and the Gatling arm
Yep.
thing, ready to, basically pointed down the hallway
Okay.
as basically, in preparation.
So
in
is
case.
everybody else watching Cam work on the portal?
Or it would be with Plode.
Okay.
Probably just checking the area, making sure nothing's coming through the entrance.
A rear. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
And saving throws, if my wisdom is an 8, I just add that 8 to
Yep.
the okay
Whatever you
non-natural
rolled.
20.
So Cam, as you guys are working on the portal, you're looking at it. It's intact, but someone deactivated it. Like very similarly to how like you guys did in Forge Hammer with the room with the chair. It's kind of the same process where it's like, oh, you just have to move like a piece or two, and then it'll actually work, like to redo the glyphs. They do that just so they can actually turn it on and turn it off. It was designed; they were designed that way. So you would just be able to move that piece, and it would be able to be activated.
Mm-hmm.
So it is deactivated currently.
It's not something you could do without being on this side.
Yes.
Well, she didn't go through it.
And at that point, Arrears, as soon as you hear him say that, you get a very deep, dark, familiar feeling.
So she's 1,000 feet away.
Like this, nagging feeling that a bitch is going to be coming out of the hall.
Or someone is bitching in your head, yes.
Guys, I think she's here. I know this feeling.
In that case, I'm just gonna casually cast locate creature, and for she who should now be not named.
All right, Miss Voldemort. Okay. You cast it, and you look. As soon as it's finished casting, you look right at Plode where Rur and Plode are standing.
Over here, step back. You're step back. She's down the hallway.
I'm going to have Arir fire the cannon down the hall and then step out. I can't say anything. I'm just getting him fired anyway.
You're just firing Plode's firing the cannon blind.
Might as well try and get the first shot.
A wildfire in the hole.
Oh,
It's loaded with-
everybody just boom, and it's just like boom. Everybody's deafened because you're in a space where a cannon just went off.
What do you mean? No, Gozik's a lot ahead. He's wearing earmuffs, magical earmuffs.
Magical earmuffs.
I figured that would be something because Gozik would get annoyed of going like.
Yes, you
damage.
probably have earplugs, but nobody else does.
Arir's probably already deaf anyway.
Yeah.
I'm deaf in my right ear. I
And-
can really hear out my
and-
left.
Why would you do that?
Gonna kind of look.
A
Kind of.
little warning next time.
I might have a little bit panicked.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. And as he's loading the next round into the cannon. Sorry about that. It probably won't happen again as he, closes the breach. And he did step back, so he is out of the way of the entrance or exit of the tunnel.
And by the way, Arir, you don't hear an impact. You hear you hear the shot as it's still breaking down the hallway.
Imagine he's deaf from the shot.
Yeah, but you actually start hearing, you start recovering, some of your
I'll switch
hearing.
to Plode's audio here.
Yeah, and Plode's not here. You're not hearing the explosion or anything at the end of the hallway. We're
That was
hitting something.
Explosion at the end of the hallway.
We're
They
hitting
don't
something.
have that technology, according to Darius.
Well, I find armor-piercing equivalents, but I'm
Yeah.
not hearing any, bing,
You're not
bing,
hearing
bing.
impacts or anything. There's no more around. Like, it just sailed. It kept sailing.
Plode's gonna do. Arir's gonna have Plode do the classic, hold his hand up to his, audio receiver, and basically, listen very carefully, listening for the impact.
Yep.
I I don't know what this means. I haven't heard the round impact anything yet. How straight is this tunnel?
It's straight.
Well, if it's level, we should about now hear the round hit the ground. Just due to gravity.
And about that, a little bit after, you hear it ping, 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 ping.
Yeah, there it is.
But then you hear it echo. Like, just keep echoing.
Is the echo getting quieter or louder?
It's getting.
What?
What?
I just
What?
want to know.
It's just echoing, Minnie.
Well, yeah, but is it basically what I'm trying to get at is it still traveling down the tunnel, or has someone like caught it and decided to throw it back?
How the fuck are you gonna catch a cannonball?
I was gonna
Don't know.
say. What the
I'm-
hell?
Just ask. Is the sound getting quieter?
No.
Jesus Christ.
What is this Bollywood or some shit?
Yeah, I'm right. Like, what the hell have you been watching, Minnie?
I mean, no. Let's be fair. If it was Tiamat down there, she could have caught it with her body.
Magically accelerated it back. That would be something she would do.
No, not really.
She has like level 10 mage hand or something.
Mm.
Those stuff at real.
Anyway, yeah. So you just hear it go, and everybody now is kind of regaining their hearing, and you're able to converse again.
Or pulls out a notepad, note to self, create silencer.
I just think of that fucking artillery silencer now.
Yep.
It
So
said step back, not shoot.
a few more minutes go by. Are you gonna reactivate the circle, or are you gonna leave it deactivated? Cam.
I'll leave it as is.
Okay.
I feel like I think at this point I've obviously made like a point that she is near us.
Yeah. She's within 1,000 feet. Let's put it that way.
Figured this with this cave we would have heard her by now.
She's definitely heard us.
Yeah.
Do I sense Do I sense her the creature moving? I guess.
Yes.
Which way?
Towards you.
Oh hey, so guys, you know how I said she was down there? I feel like she's moving towards us. We should run.
We'll stand our ground.
What is this room we're in? Are we in open area room?
No, you're underground.
Underground, but there's an opening up top. Because
Yes.
the load is winched down.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably why you're not completely, hearing blown out.
You weren't in a sealed room. Let's put it that way. So,
Okay.
yeah.
You sure about standing our
It
ground
is
here?
better to be down here than where she can fly.
Yes.
Hey, Gothic,
Yeah.
can you tell if she's coming down from the tunnel or, traveling underground?
I get a general direction where she is.
She
and
is
where
coming down the tunnel.
She's coming down the tunnel.
Okay.
So
And by the
great.
way, this tunnel is like humanoid size. It's not like
So it's not gonna be easy for it.
it's not a dragon-sized tunnel. Let's put it that way.
We're just gonna throw 2 of his mine traps down. Like,
Okay.
whip him down the tunnel and just have him, sit there.
I'm gonna set up my PTRD looking down the tunnel.
Actually, you wanna get on Plode?
Oh yeah, sure.
You did build that, and that's a twin cam.
One.
I get on Plode.
So you guys are standing there, and Gothic closer and closer, and you guys see a human woman just come into your dark vision, and it is walking towards you.
Do I sense it's
Human.
her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right.
Cam, didn't you say she was Bedragon?
Yes.
I see a lady and I sense it's still her.
Yes,
And
imagine that.
she just like walks around your minds, Minnie, like rear. You see her step over them, and she walks up to you to the group and just staring. Why would you fire that down here?
Who's
He's
It's
the-
looking
trigger happy.
directly at you, rear.
There was a slight bit of panic involved, and kind of.
Yes, I
Because
understand.
he has as much going on upstairs as a wasteland.
Yes, I understand. I tried to make it better, but it didn't help.
Oh, that was you. Great. Whereas last time I could drink you quiet, now I can't.
No, you can't.
Well. Okay, question. How long does that bubble last?
What bubble?
The spell I.
Whatever it says in your spell, there should be
Oh.
a duration in there.
The resilient sphere.
Yeah, it should tell you.
Concentration up to 1 minute duration.
Yeah, there you go.
gonna-
She's not being hostile or anything. She's just standing there and is conversing with you.
I must admit, I expected a bit more,
Fire and brimstone.
yes.
I use that when it suits me.
It's funny, you threatened a lot of that when I wouldn't listen to you.
I don't blame her.
I don't think any of us blame her.
Tiamat's probably just looking at all of us like, what?
She actually understands you guys because for a part-time, she technically has memory of basically being in Aru's body a part of this adventure. So she's just kind of like, she lets that like go. And
She's kind of looking down, thinking, "Am I the bad guy?"
so have you realized what they have done?
By they, I assume you mean the gods.
Yes.
And why would they do that?
Because you're threatening the status quo.
And so they nuke everyone else.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe.
You're saying that you didn't Ikun the city?
What?
It's his word for big explosions.
No, I
bright light.
didn't.
It actually does fit. I didn't think you were one to use them.
Oh wait, yes, I remember that stupid acronym.
It's not.
It
Well,
was stupid and you know it.
Yeah. Fine, it was. But I was drunk.
Yes,
Well,
I understand that. Because I was there apparently.
Well,
Do you mean apparently?
she's the reason I started drinking.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Over a woman. It's great. Over a woman dragon. It's great. Anyway.
It was the only way to make you be quiet.
So, you want to kill me or not? Or do you want to help me?
I have a feeling you would say something like that.
Scamos, I know what you want to do. I've heard.
Look, Scammers, now is not the time to get into her pants.
What about Pam?
So stop
He-
thinking that.
He is a bard after all.
Gamo smash.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I'm really debating burning an entire fucking spell spot just to seal this fucking joke. Dead ass debating burning a spell slot to right as fucking Scamos says that transform into a dragon.
I assure you, she would not be impressed.
Oh fuck.
Don't do it, Halls. It's fine. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna burn the spell slot. We're gonna need those.
All I'm asking you for is to remain neutral and don't. We can have our fight later.
I can't make that joke because it has spoilers.
Is it Boba Fett spoilers?
Yes.
Damn it. I'm starting to watch it. So there's a world on VR chat that lets you watch movies.
Um,
Yes,
I'm
there is.
circumventing that.
So
There are many.
I am
Inevitable?
planning. Yes, I am inevitable. I am Tiamat. Yes, I am. But I am going to be taking the entire system down. All of them. All of the gods, so-called gods.
And
And
leaving
returning the
yourself.
world back to what it was before them.
Now, by the system, are you including yourself in that?
No.
Didn't think so.
And what happens when we turn it back before they changed it?
They won't have power anymore. Isn't that enough? Isn't that what you all want? And she's like looking right at you, Scamos.
I don't believe that I was for that option.
No, or at least some of you. They will continue to drop those, as the rear calls them, Ikuns.
Wait, who dropped the Ikun?
The
The
gods.
gods,
And,
apparently.
The gods did. That's how they got their powers. Remember?
They used them. They used them on Alaron and Ostrich. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
wait a minute.
Alaron and
now.
Ostrich
You're
are
just now
gone.
figuring that out?
Yes.
I'm half paying attention.
Yes.
Not gonna
Thanks.
lie.
I mean, to be fair,
that.
the first half of this, I just was filling
Yeah.
down and was.
Yes,
doing things.
Alaron and Ostrich are gone.
Yeah, no, I remember hearing that
No,
they
we're
were
aware
gone.
of that. It was more
Yeah.
about trying to weasel out who the fuck actually.
She is saying, have you figured it out who did it yet? She is saying that the gods were the ones that did it.
Yeah, prove that.
Prove that?
You want me to prove it? Why don't you ask them yourselves?
Well, they others have the most talkative bunch.
Well, maybe ask his. He's the most talkative out of all of them.
That's not saying much.
So you're pointing at Scamos.
I have a feeling
Yes.
Snows has a few choice words actually now.
Yep. And we're gonna see if the traveler shows up when I attempt to summon him forth.
Are you
Just speak.
summoning him forth right now? Like,
Yep.
we doing this right now? Okay.
Yes.
And yes, he does come forth. And he's like, "Oh, she's here. You're all
Who
here.
dropped the nukes?
Hey, it's a family
What?
reunion.
Who dropped them?
What nukes?
Which god?
What nukes?
Well, you see, Aurelian and Ostrich are not a thing anymore.
And you look. He has a very shocked look on his face. Like, what?
Our
Meow.
dead said they saw a big bright light, and they're no longer there.
Eh?
Oh,
Actually, your deads.
Baby.
Yes,
So who
baby.
dropped them?
You're gonna tell us you don't know, aren't you?
because I don't, and that's being truthful.
I'm
Like,
gonna
like,
cough.
okay,
I'm gonna
We
cough. I'm
really
gonna
should
cough
have.
twice.
We really should have asked one of the gods that isn't a trickster god.
I'm gonna cough twice and then look at Cam, like very, very hintingly, when that's the truth is mentioned.
I would cast that, but it has proved unreliable of late. Not much point.
Zone of truth.
And even then, I'm not sure it'd work on him.
I didn't even know the gods had any left. I thought they were all used or destroyed.
Of character, big things generally get legendary resistances per turn.
Yeah.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm still out of character. One of the first things you would go to with this kind of thing is like a zone of
Zone
truth.
of
because Camus is-
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I truly don't know, Scamos, and I'm sorry I've let you down.
Could you do me a favor? And get a hold of I'll be honest, can we ask another god?
I mean, you have another one that has you have Darius here.
I
Two.
don't think he's a god.
No.
God,
He
why'd
thinks
you?
he
I
is
mean,
one.
Darius, why'd you nuke things?
Shut up.
Well, you see, he's been the bad guy the whole time.
Where is it? There it is.
Darius's new god is worse than his old god.
Athena? Oh yeah. Was that
It's
what you're
worse than
looking up,
Victor.
Pantheon?
Yeah.
The name of Darius's god?
No. I was trying to remember the name of actually my god. 'Cause it's specifically I was trying to
Mashakal?
remember Mashakal's name. I kept thinking Mistra, which is a Pathfinder god that I've been reading about recently. Like, that's not right. Yeah. Could you get some form of line of communication to Mistra so we can ask her?
You mean Mashakal?
Yes, Mashakal. Yeah. You see why I pulled it up?
Yes.
Bahamut would also work, but he's a bit of a nose in the air kind of sort.
Can't we just
Also,
ask all of them to,
actually, no, I wouldn't
group
know
meeting?
that.
Yes, you try to organize that.
Well, I mean,
Go to the table, smash the button, emergency meeting. Sorry, I had
ding,
to.
ding, 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 ding. I want sir.
Whatever.
I mean, haven't
I should
we?
have realized many would not get that joke.
I did not. Did we? How did we talk to him before? Didn't we threaten him? Or do I not know?
So the traveler looks at you guys and is like, I'm not really on speaking terms with her.
Why not?
It's because you're bored. I don't actually say that.
We
I just
we don't frequent the same circles. Let's put it that way. If that makes sense. Where we don't frequent the same circles at all.
By the way, I'm assuming everyone can see and hear Scamos's god.
What? Scamos what?
Scamos's god. I'm assuming we
Yes.
Oh yeah.
all. It's not just
Yes,
in
you
Scamos's
can.
head.
No, it's there.
Just because it's
Yep.
been in his head before.
Tiamat just laughs at that response. Of course not.
Fine, then Habakkuk was Syrian then.
Why don't you guys trust me?
Because you are literally a trickster god.
Because I lived with you for 20 years.
What?
What?
Mini.
That-
Wrong
that's-
run.
Other god.
Wrong god.
Other god,
Yeah.
Mini. The
He
other
still
one in the room.
says that.
I thought
he-
Tiamat said-
no,
No.
no, we were still
Tiamat
saying
is
that,
not a
and then-
trickster god.
and then
No.
Tiamat and Traveler are looking at each other like, what? And they're just like both looking at each other like, okay.
I didn't know rear swung both ways.
Damn, I thought Waller's voice was for Tim.
No. It will be. I will say it if I switch.
Disregard.
Yes. Well, I'll see what I can do, but I need to leave. So, are you letting the Traveler leave?
I don't think we can stop him.
Scamos, is there anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Oh, so he's just gone? Okay.
That was a bit of an awkward conversation.
Alright, who else has a dial-a god hotline?
Dares?
No, I want a real god. Oh right, you did switch to real god, I forgot.
Bastard. I mean, we can always try, can't we?
hmm
She's going to be the goddess of strategy. And so I will attempt
Summon.
to call upon Athena, yes.
Oh,
Was the trickster god really upset that we were profiling?
yes.
God.
So Athena. Oh, I'm surprised you're contacting me, Darius. I thought you all were done working with us.
I'm just gonna point to the dragon that's right there.
What, Tiamat or
Tiamat.
because she's not a
Points to
dragon,
Cam.
and
She
she's
is.
like,
She might be a shape change dragon, but she is a dragon.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point.
Oh, so she is here and alive. We were hoping we would get her, but apparently not.
Whatever.
What do you mean hoping we would get her?
We had intelligence that she used one of the teleports, one of the circles to.
So you've been nuking all the cities.
You're telling me you missed with an Iku.
Yes. Wait, what did you call it?
Never mind.
We had intelligence she was in Alaron and in Osterich at one point, and
You didn't
Yes.
think to question how she could be in two places at once.
it wasn't my decision.
Whatever happened to being goddess of thought?
I was overruled.
By who?
Who do you think?
Athena, goddess of thought.
Considering there is a plethora of names up there, I couldn't tell you.
Who's at the top of those names? You've met him before.
Depends on who you ask.
You've had conversations with him before. He wanted you to kill her.
There are two grand total of three, no, four beings that called themselves gods that we've had conversations with. One of which is you, two of which are dead. Well, now five if we count her.
And 6, because you had a conversation with an entire goddamn council of them.
Nope. They
Oh,
were
no.
all silent.
Mm,
We had a conversation with the trickster god who stood there while they watched.
yeah. I was overruled by our self-elected leader, I guess. We're not on the whole big of democracy thing anymore, unfortunately. Oh, you guys probably don't know what a democracy is. Later, we'll talk about that later.
Gamos is going to start walking away from the group towards Tiamat.
Oh, okay.
So who is your self-appointed leader?
Odin.
Oh yes, as the rear calls him, Dino.
Dino.
Nito.
Mhm.
Your self-appointed leader is Odin, but he's not the strongest
Oh, he was at one point in time.
anymore.
No. That's what happens when, you grant
The
power to
god,
grant power to people.
the god who created the spear that cannot miss, missed.
Yes. Ironic, isn't it?
Actually, kind of impressive.
It takes a special kind of fuck up to fuck that up.
I totally.
And we're talking about like,
We're gods.
Okay.
We're not supposed to be perfect, apparently.
and how many of these Ikuns have you used?
1, 2, 4, 10? 10?
How many circles are there again?
Think of 5.
Mm-hmm.
In what time frame have you used that many?
In the last week.
How could we wouldn't have seen anything while flying over here?
Nope.
Okay.
Because you guys would have probably avoided land masses and shit.
Even then, we'd be flying high up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Pretty sure even at any altitude that would have flown. If we had neared any of them, we would have noticed.
I'd have to do fucking math, and I don't want to.
Okay.
So remember, Kingsford, you still were getting a response back. We don't remember Fort Chamber because we pulled everybody, right? We never had anybody fought in court, but that would have been the closest one, and you guys didn't see one, so they, with that assumption, they didn't get nuked either. There is other teleportation circles outside of just this part of the world. Like, this was only one continent. So that just, that's just keep that perspective.
So where have you used them?
Some here, some in the old continent, some in another continent.
You lot are making it very difficult not to respond in kind.
We
Gamos
had
is
to
now
be-
just standing by Tiamat.
Mm-hmm. You saying anything?
Nope.
No?
Just simply walked over and I'm standing beside Tiamat, facing back, like, towards the group.
And you see the Traveler come back and it's now standing next to Athena. Or next to Athena. So the Traveler's there too.
So I'm gonna ask the next question, and I hope you've already solved. There's an after effect of those weapons that prevents, well, life. Did you
Over here,
solve that?
Over here, I don't think that's important.
Not for them.
You would think it would be, considering that's what they just destroyed what they get their own power from, but
It was worth the risk.
So you didn't solve it, and the radius of that
Who
sickness.
says it was worth the risk?
Wasn't me. It was Athena. Or actually,
was
no, the
Athena.
Traveler. No, it's the Traveler said that.
As soon as he
what
says that,
was worth the risk? Sorry, go for it.
As soon as he says that, Waller, I'm pulling the pistol that I've been given, aiming it straight at the traveler's head and firing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, shot.
Bitch.
And yeah, no, fight. Yeah, you shoot,
Excuse me.
and it hits him, and he is down for the count. And Athena and Tiamat are just like both staring at you. Scamos, like,
Mm-hmm.
Come to think of it, I should verify something. Cam starts looking for a rock.
okay.
Oh my god. Are you gonna throw the rock at the dead body? Or Athena?
I should make it 2 rocks.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm finding one, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw one at Athena and then one at the at the traveler.
It hits both of them. Like, it hits Athena, like, she puts up her shield and blocks it. It's like, I'm actually here.
And the traveler's now dead, so...
Yeah.
I have my own questions as to how that just worked.
He had no more followers. That's why. By what Halsler just did, what Scamos did,
Yeah,
You basically
he depowered him. Yeah.
the biggest metaphor for fuck you. I'm no longer following you.
You know it wasn't his fault, right?
I'm
It's
simply
Athena.
I'm simply going to shift the pistol so it's now aiming at her face.
Okay.
Not saying anything. I'm just aiming it there. That's her warning that I really don't give a shit at this point. They have crossed a line.
Yeah, we know.
Are you aware of the after effects of that weapon?
Yes. And they believed it was worth the risk. That was what I was trying to fight against. I was saying this was not a good idea. We had other ways of trying to accomplish what we were wanting to do. And they didn't listen. They wanted the easy way out.
Wow. I don't think I've ever felt so sorry for humanity and living race. Rear's gonna actually have Plode move over to Scamos.
it wasn't just humanity, it was every other race living in those fucking cities.
Elves, dwarves,
And
the list
Mhm.
goes on.
Plode's
And
gonna
when Plode does that, Guzik bounce off and then stands next to Scamos as well.
Rear's gonna look
Y'all
down.
y'all
Where
realize
is
I'm
Odin?
standing. Y'all realize I'm standing next to Tiamat, right? Like, I just want to clarify
Mhm.
this. Like,
Yeah,
Scamos
'cause-
unilaterally basically said I'm siding with the fucking dragon.
Tiamat's
in
going
this.
with kill all of the gods.
Yes, and Scamos is taking that stance as well.
Then I understand fully, and that's where Rear's actually standing because he's seen
Yeah.
the after effects of the weapon and can basically do basic math, and is like, that's a lot of dead.
I just
Where
want to
honestly-
make sure you guys are aware of what Scamos is basically saying and doing.
And so you
right now.
so you understand Scamos. Guzik was on the edge of like what he wanted to do, and then Plode was basically the nudge.
Okay.
He
I
was
want to make
on
sure
the
everyone's very much aware of this because this is not a
Darius?
happy party moment.
Darius?
You were
Or-
attempted to fight against it, but was still overpowered. Because everyone else decided, easy way.
To be clear, just from what I have seen and experienced, that sickness I was talking about does not just stay in one place, it spreads. So the damage created by the actual white light, as the debts call it, is quite minimal in comparison to the remaining spread of whatever kills living things afterward.
Minnie?
issue is
Out of character, you realize nukes don't actually throw off that much extra distance of radiation, right?
Well, it's carried with the wind, is what
It can
Rear-
be
he's
sensed
talking-
from there, but doesn't actually hurt people
I
really.
think he's talking about though if you have a ground level radiation hit. Like if you, there's a reason we airburst
yeah.
nukes, and I
Yeah.
don't think the gods airbursted the nuke.
No,
Pretty
they
sure.
Yeah,
didn't.
if you ground burst it, sure, it throws some shit into the air and it's not healthy, but it's not like gonna kill swaths of people.
No, but it's still very much not healthy, and it's my issue is their blatant disregard for the lives of
Yeah, I
everybody
just
else.
many's going on like this is a spreading death that'll consume the world.
No, not that. But the city is definitely guaranteed dead, and everything within.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the radiation radius of death is not much bigger than the boom radius of death on a nuke.
Also, Arir may not have completely detonated his fissile material, so it kind of might have gone.
Arrears was more of a dirty bomb. All these were more actual nukes.
So his reference he is going for is
Okay.
not quite, probably not the same match
Pure
as what
nuclear
was detonated.
blast.
But that's what he has, in his testing past, come to the conclusion.
Well,
For once, Arir is actually emotionally motivated to do something.
Brexit, are you choosing a side? Did you choose a side? Sir?
He was just just like, so the ones that were leading overruled you into just doing a very stupid act.
I tried to stop him. Like, not I tried.
Where
You were lo-
why don't we just get Odin in here and we can talk to him directly rather than the person who opposed him?
He's probably not going to talk to you. He's
Well,
not
if he
gonna
wants
come
to
here.
empower us to police the gods, he has to answer when we fucking call now, doesn't he?
Well, after what he's done, I don't think he's a little off his rocker right now.
And how many gods opposed this action? Other than yourself.
I was the only one.
That's
Just
bloody
simply
How
tell him
many?
that you found another eye that happens to be lying around. I'm sure he'll show up.
And here I thought there could at least be some redemption after finding out how you all got your powers, but apparently no.
Can I at least help you all fix this?
Yes, by getting Odin in here. Because I sincerely doubt you can clean up the cities and restore the dead.
Odin won't answer me or answer you.
Can you clean up the cities and restore the dead?
No.
Then how can you help?
Can you fight with us?
Please, like she'll turn against her kind.
I might shock you, Scamos, but that's
So recall you the
something.
goddess of wisdom, not electricity.
Yes. Maybe I will, Scamos.
It doesn't.
Are you?
If you want my help. If not, I will leave and not get involved.
What is the help you offer?
To fight?
To fight. So you would stand with us against all of them.
After what happened, yeah.
Question.
Mm.
Without her, can we even get into the God's realm?
We have Tiamat.
You have Tiamat. She has a way in.
I literally standing next to the fucking,
The golden ticket.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I'm fairly certain I can get there without the help of any of the gods.
like we have multiple options.
Yet I suspect having more allies in the fight would do us best. I highly doubt whatever action we take would not be unopposed.
I mean, if you have a device, I'll take it and drop it off there and do it myself.
Amos is just gonna shake his head.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not trusting any gods with that.
Wait. We have one?
I'm just gonna quietly, and since we finally kind of, I'm just gonna quietly look towards a rear, and then the case that I've been like carrying on me for a while now, I'm just gonna quietly tap that twice.
You brought it with you. Okay. We have one. Can I see it?
Absolutely not.
Didn't think so. But
I'm gonna
figured
get in
it was
between
worth-
Arir and Scamos. I'm gonna get in between
I like
Arir
how
and
far-
Scamos.
Can I see it and still gets the no?
No.
Well. I mean, I've set them up before.
Arir? No.
Well-
No.
But
No. Don't make me get that duct tip again.
well, you
If
won't
you
trust
don't
her.
want me,
I find
will-
high yield.
I will stay out of it and I will disappear.
Can you bring back any more that the gods may have? Ruur's kind of like holding his hands out like gimme.
Tina kind of looks at all but like everybody else and is like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like on her face.
So how many more do they have?
Enough.
Enough for what?
Take every populated city and the entire world out.
And kill themselves?
They can't have it. Nobody can. That's literally where they're at right now. It's where Odin's at.
So they have a stockpile. Would setting one of these things off amongst all the others do even more damage?
No, not necessarily.
No.
They're very hard to actually get to fully detonate. You may get some excess blast from it. Each one is a very specific sequence of events that has to happen in order for,
So if you blow up all the others, they just get wasted.
pretty much. Unless you set them all off at the same time with their respective met.
In retrospect, it's also probably a good thing.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, as long as you have the safety mechanism built into the actual, detonation trick, which
I have doubts even on how that even works.
it didn't tested it. But I don't want to talk about that. So yeah, if we get them, we could just set them off all at once or individually. But each one has to be set off in order for the, resulting explosion. Unless you gods have a different version I'm not aware of.
No, it's the same version. It's a little more refined from what you built, but yeah. But regardless, I will when you decide, Darius now knows how to get a hold of me. And I will leave. Or do you just try and shoot her again?
I never
Scammos?
tried to shoot her. I never
okay.
pulled the trigger. I just simply aimed it at her in case she decided to open her mouth in a stupid way like the Traveler did.
Have you thrown that rock yet, Cam?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
The rock bounced off both of them. They're present. The Traveler's dead on the ground.
Well, present is
Just bleeding out.
Is it
yeah,
very
bleeding
general
out.
term?
through the
Uh,
wound
You
in his
showed that
head.
bleeding
Yeah.
out through the wound in his head. How about the brain matter's been
Yeah.
reconstructed?
Yeah.
Little bits on Athena.
We're just gonna turn to Scamos and basically say,
You know,
well,
when it happened, she put her shield up, and the shield got most of it. So
well, Scamos, I mean, if she brings us the weapons, that'd be a pretty good indication of she's willing to work with us. So out of curiosity, is that the only one you have, or were you hiding more?
Over here.
Is
Lux?
Athena is Athena still here, or is she teleported out?
she's still here, but she's like, I will try and see what I can do. And then she starts, unless you want to say something as she's leaving.
I'm not saying anything to her.
I
Okay,
thought you
now she's gone. Yeah, now she's gone.
Aria would have spoken after she left.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I'm gonna holster the pistol.
I gotta say, that's one way to respond to what he said.
Someone who is that callous about that level of loss of life deserves nothing but that.
That is completely fair.
And I'm just going to turn and, after having said that, I'm giving Tiamat a very meaningful look.
Okay. She looks back at you and... What? I applaud. It's one less I have to kill.
And what are your end goals?
I don't think I need to share those with you.
Really? I didn't peg you for so weak you needed to hide them.
I think we're looking at your enemy is my enemy, and we'll make this partnership to make that enemy go away, and then we go our separate ways. Be that as it may, or we just here fight right now. If you want, if you throw down, we go now.
As much as I hate to say it, I do think we have a greater common now, given what's
What?
just happened.
Piece it together.
Aria speaks through gritted teeth, and he's just like, I have to agree.
It's okay, and you see Tiamat come up and like touch him on the shoulder, and just like, isn't it good? Good to be back together there, Aria.
This is fucking God. Aria finally pulls out his bottle and starts drinking.
And she stops you, and she's like, "Don't. It's not worth it.
Are you sure?
It's not worth it.
It's feeling worth.
It's not worth it."
It's
And she
feeling.
like caps the beer, caps the alcohol, and just like,
I actually take
Takes
the
it-
alcohol from him.
okay,
Or she caps it.
yeah. She caps it, and then
Wait, do you drink?
Scamos takes it away.
I've taken it away. I'm not drinking it yet.
Cam holds his hand out to Scamos.
For this, and I kind of shake the beer bottle.
Yes, give.
I toss it over to him.
Cam opens it. Smells it. Is it
Wait,
strong?
wait. And
It's strong. It's Dwarven ale. I mean, it's strong.
Cam downs it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking to the dragon who drinks absinthe.
Aria's just
Yeah,
holding
pretty
his
sure.
hands out like.
I'm gonna pull something out of. I'm gonna pull one of my own drinks out that's not as strong. I'm uncap it, take a swig of it myself, and since I know it's not as strong, I'm gonna offer it to like a swig off to both fucking guys and Arir.
Aria. God's for.
And I still have a little bit of my own. I think I kept some from that keg you drank.
Yeah, it's far too
Before.
weak. It's far
Yeah.
too weak for Arir to get. Like, this is my performance drink. so it's far too
Oh my
weak to
God.
get a
It's like
rear.
Hard
it's just-
performance drink.
Oh, it's just like
Like
just to
something I
get an
drink
A+.
when I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not enough to fucking get you
It's
drunk at all.
alcoholic,
Rick
but
takes
it's not.
I know, but just performance
Yeah.
drink, I find that funny.
It's like you're drinking a light beer.
Yeah.
Rick takes a Scamos, why are you carrying around water?
Miller Lite.
I'm gonna look at him and
I mean,
just
it would
grin and
be-
go,
it-
"What I'm
here's the
performing,
thing.
I gotta look like I'm drinking now, don't I?"
I take it and I try it myself. Does it taste like water?
It's
It basically
basically
is water.
because water. You got to remember, water is like super fucking contaminated usually. So they would actually. That's why they drink alcohol so much back then. Was
That,
it was
that
actually
would be-
cleaner.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
roughly thought of as water.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's literally something I can drink while I'm performing.
So, but yeah, I think that's a good place. We could bookmark it and we can go from there.
Jesus Christ.
That was. There was like 3 ways that could have gone. Oh my god. And I actually one of them I had it prepped. This could have been it tonight too. Like I was not kidding with that.
We still, actually, we don't know
Yeah.
what's Cam's opinion on this because I think
Besides,
his situation's a
No,
little bit
he
different.
picked too. He walked over and picked. I think.
Wait, did you? Did you
No,
walk
Cam,
over?
no, Cam never walked over.
it's just
Darius
Scamos, me,
didn't
and
walk
Gazik.
over
Darius.
either. There's 3 of us that have walked over to Tiamat's side.
The rest of the party's undecided.
Well, I will say this.
I think the issue the party doesn't realize right now is when Scam was asking Tiamat her plans, he's not asking it in an asshole I want to stop it way.
Oh.
Yeah, he's willing. Like Scamos.
Scamos genuinely now wants to know what her plans are because depending on
Oh.
what her plans are, he may commit himself to them at this point because fuck all of this.
Yeah.
The way you said it, it sounded like you're asking what her plans were
Yeah.
after.
You were-
Yes, no, that is
Yeah.
what I'm asking.
sure,
I am
I see what
asking
he's
what her
doing.
plans are after this is done
Well-
because there is potential
Can-
for Scamos to join her.
Can we please also note that if she wants to go off and kill the gods and they don't have enough power to stop her, but if she starts killing them, she gains more power.
Do we really?
Scamos don't give a
Go-
flying fuck about
Goslik
what
at
happens
this
to the gods
point
at
is
this point.
like, from Goslik's perspective, he just heard that all the gods up there just nuked countless lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Darius and Cam, think about what you guys want to do, and we'll tackle that next session. Kind of, what your final decision is. Scamos, I'll handle the offline conversation with you. I have an idea for that, so me and you will chat. If that was the case. Okay.
I mean, Darius is fairly decided of what needs to be done, but he's definitely not willing to allow Tiamat just to fucking rampage on her own.
Okay. But yeah.
Well, I think we should press what she means by take down the system.
Well, by that she
The
means kill
whole-
the gods.
All the gods.
Think
That's
we
what
all-
she was meaning. That's what she was meaning was
But the
the
thing
whole
is,
the god hierarchy and all of it.
Tiamat wants to be number one.
Are we trading
Yes.
an infighting hierarchy for a tyrant? Is the question.
Yeah.
She is the winged
That's-
tyrant,
Yep. That's why Darius is. Like,
And probably Cam's also on the fence with this too, I bet.
Mhm.
Cam is
'Cause
real confident about what he wants to do.
kill Tiamat, I'm assuming.
Fucking just say fuck it to the whole goddamn situation.
And leave. Or just we out. Or
Go home.
Cam is just tired of this bullshit.
It's one situation after another after another.
Real
Yeah,
simple.
that's why Scamos straight up wants to have a straight conversation with Tiamat and be like,
Dream
what are your long-term